glucosamine and chondroitin. And here's another example of everything, as you know, it's the anniversary. Everything's anniversary priced. Everything is free shipping and handling throughout the show. For every bottle you order, 2 bottles of Vitamin Angels vitamins are going to be donated. It's just a wonderful time to be shopping for vitamins. So let me show you. This is the choice that we have for you tonight: a 75, a 150, a 300, or a 600 cap supply. This is the most economical way to buy these ingredients because these are not inexpensive ingredients. At my chiropractor's office, they charge a fortune for glucosamine and chondroitin. So this would be the regular pricing. This is almost like today's special pricing, frankly. Look at the savings on that 600. If you need to restock it, when you're saving, I mean, $123, you're saving more than you're spending. Same with the 300. You can see across the board, big savings here on the glucosamine 1500, chondroitin 1200, 100% sulfate, and perfect balance for your maximum joint benefit. But these are normally this is not an inexpensive product. That's a huge value. That is almost like today, close to like a today's special type pricing. Very, very exciting time to be stocking up if you need to restock.
It's normally a very expensive product, and unfortunately, it's normally done incorrectly, not just by being put in tablets, which are hard to swallow and might upset your stomach, but the form of glucosamine that's used in the typical supplement, the form of chondroitin that's used, aren't the sulfate form. And the sulfate form, that's the beneficial form. Also, the typical form of chondroitin delivers additional sodium. Most of us would rather be consuming less sodium in our diets than more sodium. So it's often a hidden source of sodium is your glucosamine and chondroitin product. So when you're delivering a glucosamine and chondroitin product, it's all about the form and it's all about getting the proper levels. Many of the products out on the market are not the proper levels. Most of the products out on the market are not the proper form. And the proper form, as I said, is glucosamine sulfate. If you read the research is exciting about these ingredients. But you have to make sure that the research that's being done matches the product you're getting. And unfortunately, when you buy products in the typical stores, most of those products will contain glucosamine hydrochloride and not glucosamine sulfate. And glucosamine sulfate is the form you want to be taking to get the benefit.
So isn't that interesting? So they put glucosamine, but if you're not taking the right type of glucosamine, you're not going to get the maximum benefits from it. I'm assuming the other people don't use this type is because it's more expensive?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's more expensive. Per kilogram, it's more expensive. And then when you use the hydrochloride form, because its molecular weight is less, they technically get away with using less.
Oh.
So they end up saving money 2 ways in terms of making the product, but they're making a product that's totally inconsistent with the research that was the reason why you're taking the product in the first place. So it's sort of that, what is it, caveat emptor, it's buyer beware. And most folks, you see glucosamine on the label, you'd be entitled to believe you're getting the proper form that follows the research. And unfortunately, that's not generally the case with the typical products out in the market. You have to read the labels very, very carefully. And if you look at these ingredients, these are ingredients that have had extensive research. We have a chart here next to me. If there we go. And most people are surprised to find out that more than 19,500 papers have been published on glucosamine.
Wow.
More than 17,000. I'm sure we haven't updated this for a little while. I'm sure it's over 20,000 by now. 17,000 papers have been published on chondroitin. So that's between the two. What is that, about 36,500 papers? More than 1,200 of those papers have been published on both together. And combined, more than 2,600 clinical trials. That's a huge number of clinical trials. Meta-analyses and systematic reviews have also been published. So these are very, very well-researched ingredients. I think they're accepted, if you go around the world, different governments, they're accepted as sort of first-line natural defense, recognized for their efficacy, their benefits on our joints. But again, it's all about the proper form, and it's all about getting the proper amount. And what I wanted to show everyone here, what's nice about our product is it's in a small capsule. A small capsule, it's a soft capsule, and if I open this capsule, you see why you don't have to worry about a big stomach upset or why it's going to be dissolved and better for you.
They don't repeat on you. They're easy to swallow, easy to digest.
All of our capsules are designed to be small, easy to swallow, soft when they go down, and also to deliver the ingredients as an ultrafine powder, which makes them much more soluble, so your body doesn't have to literally digest some rock-hard tablet to try and extract the benefits. It's readily available, so the benefits are right there for your body.
And I should point out to you, this is a weekend special price. This may be your only chance to see this for the entire weekend. I don't know if it's going to be airing again, so you may want to stock up now if you'd like it. The big one will go first. We are down to the final few hundred if you want the largest choice. And that is, you're saving well over $100 on the big one, which is fantastic. The bottom line is, I've been taking Andrew's glucosamine chondroitin for as long as he's been offering it, 18 years. When I was younger, when I was in high school and even in college for a while, I was a springboard diver and I injured my back. And so because of that, over the years, I've always, my chiropractors, I've been, for years, I've been doctoring my back. And my chiropractor basically has told me that I'm going to have to take glucosamine and chondroitin for the rest of my life. So a lot of us, and when you take it, you really notice a difference. If you have issues with your joints, whether it be like me and be your back, it might be your neck, your shoulders, your elbows, your fingers, your wrists, your knees, your hips. Think of all the joints. This is such an incredible product because it really does go to work to help to rebuild those joints. It's a remarkable thing. I've seen it on my own x-rays. It really, truly helps. It makes a world of difference. So for those of you that aren't taking it, you should try it. If you are taking it and you need to stock up on it, this would be the perfect day to do it. You know you get a money-back guarantee when you shop at HSN. And because we are into our holiday shopping season, we've extended our return policy till January 31st, 2015. So if you are gift shopping, you are set. You don't have to worry about returning this. And if it's for you, you can get it home, try it, see if you don't see results with it. I'm confident that you will. The best part about it is you are buying the best in class. These are world-class products. There is not a better glucosamine chondroitin product on the market. And as Andrew points out, people, the other manufacturers, they're not poring over the research. Andrew makes sure that you are going to get the maximum benefits by studying the research, giving us the proper ingredients. Over the years, you upgrade your products when you think it's necessary or important to do that.
We've continued to improve this product over the years, and it has been over the years because I've been doing, my first joint product using glucosamine and chondroitin was back in 1979. So most companies discovered these ingredients in the last 10 to 15 years. We've been doing a glucosamine and chondroitin product for, what does that make it, 35 years. So these are ingredients that I've known about for a very long time. So we're very experienced in these ingredients, and we've continued to adapt them, following the science, following the research. I was just going to read some of the research quotes here quickly before we run along, because I think they give you a sense of how well discussed these are and well considered they are in the medical community and the research community. This is from the Journal of Family Practice. A combination of glucosamine and chondroitin should be considered viable first-line joint support nutrients. Be sure to tell patients to purchase glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine hydrochloride, which is what my product is, but unfortunately, most of the products you'll see in retail stores or online are going to be glucosamine hydrochloride.
And most people probably don't know that.
No, they don't. And, well, that's why what we do here is we try to educate. So even if you're not getting my product, you now know the proper form to look for. You now know to look at the label. American Family Physician. Unlike many supplements that reach the market completely untested in clinical trials, glucosamine has been the subject of considerable research. Glucosamine is available in multiple forms. The most common are glucosamine hydrochloride and glucosamine sulfate, and we just talked about the fact that sulfate is the form of choice. Current concepts. Glucosamine sulfate is one of the most studied dietary supplements available today. In the last 30 years, many trials have been conducted and published on the effects of glucosamine on the signs and symptoms of osteoarthritis. Again, not a drug, not a medicine, not to treat osteoarthritis, but it's part of the structure of your joints. So naturally, whatever condition your joints are in, it's wise to give them their structural components. American Journal of Natural Medicine. Detailed studies conducted by the World Health Organization have shown that sulfur is an extremely important component in the therapeutic effect of glucosamine sulfate. That's why that's the desired form. Again, from the American Medical Association, glucosamine sulfate is the first line of defense in supporting the health of the joints, according to the current scientific and regulatory recommendations. Our results suggest that the long-term administration of daily oral glucosamine sulfate at the minimal dose of 1,500 milligrams supports the health of joint cartilage. That's exactly what we deliver, that exact form, that exact dosage, plus chondroitin at the recommended form and dosage.
There it is. And there's just a few hundred left now in each of the choices. I'll show you one more time how this pricing breaks down, and then we're going to be wrapping this up. So you can choose a 75, a 150, a 300, or a 600. Here is the regular pricing. Here's the anniversary pricing. Big savings across the board. Flex pay, free shipping, all that good stuff. I was telling Andrew that recently we rescued a little tiny, adorable little 3-pound Chihuahua. He showed up in our driveway. He rescued us.
Yes.
He showed up in our driveway. So, poor little thing. So, long story short, we took him to the vet, and the vet said he needs to get on glucosamine.
Yeah.
And you said you give your dog glucosamine.
Oh, no. When I first was making glucosamine 35 years ago, our best customers were folks who were raising horses or dogs or things like that, because it's been well known to folks caring for animals, because their life expectancies are short, they're so active, that it's critical to give the structural molecules that are necessary to maintain healthy joints, not just for us, but for the animals we love.
All right. I think we're going to head over across the way here. We do, as we said, have a packed